down a charging Reinhardt and win.
Alright, well, the timer is started and we will start in 5 minutes. Oh, hey, Masked Up updated.
It's a very
Okay,
short chapter.
sorry.
Honestly, the longest part of the chapter is him going on a rant about Andromeda being trash.
I'm okay with this.
But,
Because Andromeda's
so
trash.
let's see, what does this actually look like? Oh god. Yep. So yeah, folklore is really interesting.
Oh, it's hella interesting.
Like, I like digging into this stuff. Like, there was stuff I learned that there are different versions of Norse myths. There's even multiple stories of Thor meeting Jormungand before the final battle at
Yeah.
Ragnarok. Like, he met him on a fucking fishing trip at one point.
I was gonna say one of
Yep,
my
I
personal
remember
favorites
that
is
one. That
how
was a good myth.
one of my personal favorites is there's like 17 different versions of King Arthur and Robin Hood, and both of them started in Wales.
Yeah.
Robin Hood started in Wales because Wales was fucking sick of getting invaded. That's another interesting thing you learn about Wales when you look into its history. Wales was the bitch of like the
It got
United
invaded
Kingdom.
really often, yeah.
Yeah. I also learned stuff about, yeah, because I decided to dig into Sumerian and Babylonian stuff because
Ooh,
Mhm.
always
modern
interesting.
modern culture loves taking actual city states like that and giving them a mystical edge.
Mhm.
So I learned a bit more about the history of that. Inevitably ran into Gilgamesh and found out, oh, this motherfucker's mentioned in a bunch of different parts of that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
and that's
Oh,
part of the
Gilgamesh
world.
was a big
He
yeah.
is
fucking deal.
everywhere. It's like, and historians are like, okay, this guy might be real. We can't discount this now
Oh, no,
because he's
Gilgamesh
mentioned
was real.
in like a
No, like that's confirmed. He was an actual person.
uh, yeah, that's very recent though. That's the thing. Like before, it was stories of a demigod essentially.
Yeah, I mean,
The,
but
the way they
he
portrayed him.
wasn't declared a god king until post death. He was just a
No,
king, and then after he
I know
died,
sneaky.
they
Sneaky.
yeah, I know.
The transcripts they had up until the point where they got better translations and did more digging around
Yeah.
was he was a mythical figure up and it's like, oh, no, he was real.
Yeah.
This is the timeline. This is like the 200-year period he may have lived in, and
Yeah,
he's
it's one of
mentioned
those
in
things. Like,
different
And
parts of the
then you
okay,
world.
get to the Hindu religion, and you're like, how do the Hindus know about Gilgamesh? Why are they talking
I
about him driving a UFO?
I
What?
I haven't dug into like the Hindu religion yet because they got some interesting fucking weapons there as well, and
What?
and figures. It's just
Yeah,
like, all right, why?
Vishnu or something? No, not Vishnu. That's one of the gods.
I was gonna say,
Like,
don't forget to co-opt all of them for our own enjoyment,
Shit.
because that's what filthy Westerners do all the time.
yeah, there were like, I also found out. I think. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can track it down.
Vimaya. Vimana? Vimana. Vimana?
What are you talking about? One of the weapons?
Vimana was a um UFO basically that the Hindu gods gave to Gilgamesh because they were so impressed by his existence, according to the Hindu religion.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Hindus watched Fate Stay. He's pretty impressive.
And so yeah, because in the Hindu religion, their gods floated above the world on these flying cities and ships, and they gave one of those ships to Gilgamesh. But enough about that. The timer has beeped, and it is time.
I like that we have to put a timer on ourselves to control our rambling before the show.
Well, I mean, it was more or less to give time for everything to stabilize and whatnot, you know.
I know. I'm
Yep.
just saying it's amusing to me that we need to do that. Also,
But
it's a great
yeah.
idea.
Yeah,
Not just counting
history, folklore, and myths are really interesting.
Anyway, so I picked up some more fan fictions for us.
Awesome. By the way,
I
I'm
was
gonna
Oh.
start.
yeah.
And here I was
looking for
hoping you're
more.
going to announce the official cancellation of the show.
Nope, unfortunately. Um. So I was searching the um. I was searching the Rosario Plus fanfiction section.
Oh, yeah, she told
Yeah,
me
I
about
was
this.
telling Atin about this, yeah. And because in the crossover section for Rosario Plus, there used to be some absolutely fantastic stories. Now they're all dead and abandoned, unfortunately.
Well, obviously.
But
I
I
was
was
gonna say,
like, you
yeah.
know, I wonder if anyone's writing them still. You know, anything else. No. No. There's no hope there. No. Yeah. So I picked up a couple of trash. So we all know Rosario Plus even remotely here, right?
Since you gave me a primer
Yeah,
course
I've
yesterday,
given
I
you a
can
primer.
truthfully say
I
yes.
kind of remember most of it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go get the wiki tabbed.
But yeah. So you do that. You do you. All right. So this is going to be Naruto, the strongest shield, and then the Japanese version of that sentence in English.
Yeah, I just want to take a side note. I went through the Wheel of Time one because I was like, oh well, if I find anything
Oh yeah, how did that turn
half
out?
decent in here, I can submit it to the show, and I'll be like, all right, I'll take the lead on this one.
Yeah.
Cool.
All of the Harry Potter the only one of the Harry Potter ones I found that was mildly interesting, dead. The rest were terrible ideas. So the quick rundown on the Wheel of Time. There's the world moves in cycles, right? And people just get reborn constantly.
All right.
And so they decided that Harry Potter would be the Dragon Reborn. Basically, the most powerful male mage to ever mage, right?
I see where this is going.
Like, he was so strong that when he went insane, he broke the world. Now, granted, a lot of other male mages went insane at the same time and helped him with that, but he was the main guy who broke it. Like, as in, literally, roughly 300 mages went insane, and they broke the tectonic plates. And so they're like, hey, we're going to make Harry the Dragon Reborn, which makes no sense because it's a completely different universe. And the dragon stopped being reborn in the books because there wasn't a reason for him to be reborn anymore. Because he finally won and basically stopped Satan.
So this is like a post Wheel of Time?
Yeah, I'm not sure. There were some that were kind of interesting where they were like, hey, we're going to cross Wheel of Time. Like they're like, we're going to legitimately cross them over. Those ones were okay. But a lot of them were poorly written and or Mary Sue, Gary Stu in the extreme, which was annoying. One of them was great, but I stopped reading it because I knew where the author was going, and I'm like, well, I mean, cool, but I mean, you have creatively neutered the main Harry Potter villain. That's fine. Because in the Wheel of Time, someone can be cut off from magic by a group of 13 magicians working in a circle.
Yes.
And it is, except for basically except for the best healer to ever exist in that universe, it's unfixable.
Yep.
So I'm like, oh, okay, I see where you're going with this. Cool. I'm probably not going to keep reading this just because I don't want, like, it's a cool idea, but it kind of ruins the plot. Like, okay, you cut Voldemort off from magic. Yeah, I know where this is going. It's an interesting idea, but sorry.
Well, see, like, I've read stories where they've dealt with Voldemort early and easily, or etc. But those stories that I've read, obviously were good ones. They all handled it in a way that, like, oh, Voldemort wasn't actually that much of a threat. If you look at the rest of the world, this is the threat. You know.
Yeah, I hear you.
Anyway, so.
And then the Naruto one,
Mhm.
I didn't get through Bleach because I got too depressed.
Yeah.
The Naruto ones, again, a whole bunch of fucking, hey, it's the Dragon Reborn. The only one that was interesting was like, hey, we're gonna take this guy whose name is Matt Coffin.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not a magician. He's just the luckiest motherfucker to ever exist.
Yep.
Like, if he's gambling, he's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
If he's in a fight and he's fighting someone who's better than him, oh, this is like the first time in 700 combats that guy tripped on a rock.
Uh-huh.
Or he happens to fall backwards trying to dodge a strike, and the dude who's trying to kill him gets impaled, either by an ally or an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided that Naruto was going to be him reborn. And I was like, you know what? This could be interesting.
Like, yeah,
Sadly, it was only one chapter. Following the trend of everything that's interesting is dead.
I see.
Cool story.
Yep. All right. So this is Naruto times Rosario Vampire.
Oh my god, he's so young.
What?
I'm sorry, they're streaming Mr. Rogers from the very beginning. All 800 plus episodes. Oh my god, he's so young when this show started.
Mm.
Don't make me think about that. That's gonna make me realize how old I got.
So, a quick primer for any of those who are not knowledgeable on the Rosario Plus, and I mean actual quick primer, not the one I gave you. Mm-hmm. Happy-go-lucky, humor-based harem story turns really fucking dark in Attack on Titan, starts killing people. And it kind of came out of left field.
Yeah, it was God, I wish the anime had actually followed the manga.
I know, right? Yeah, no, unfortunately the Rosario Plus anime decided to go the way of Full Metal Alchemist. And just not.
Yeah, it's a shame we're not gonna get a Rosario Vampire Redux. At least at least FMA got the Brotherhood version.
That was nice. That was real nice. Okay. But yeah, that's a decent summary of this. And vampires are involved, monsters, etc. Blah blah blah, monster girls. Right. So Naruto, the strongest
he's
shield.
The normal guy at the Magic High School.
Yeah.
He's the only human.
The strongest shield. I speaking of the only human, I saw a story. I didn't want to, even like read it for the stream because it was just that stupid, and I was just like, this is dumb.
I was gonna say, yeah, we've unfortunately come to the point where when we're going through looking for stuff that we want to see, we're just like we can take one look at it and we're just like, this is just like, there's no point in me picking this up because this is clearly garbage and it's only going to, like, we'll look at it on the stream and we'll say, wow, this is shit, the grammar's shit, the idea is shit, and the author's shit.
Like, the whole premise of this story, right, was, what if there was a second human that was best friends with the main character at the school? And?
How will this substantially alter anything, besides putting in a second human to get discovered?
Alright, I'll actually have to be right back because the call of nature requires me.
Isn't this why we have a pre-roll?
No. Like I said, I leave the planning of this crap to you guys.
Okay, well, can you read, Max? Cause I have to finish something up for my finals. So.
No, I'm not gonna read, but I'll try and keep the audience entertained.
I mean, I'll gladly talk with you.
And I told you, I told you guys, I'm on here as the consultant. That's it. I will not read unless I recommend a story specifically for the stream. I
You
will
could
not
go through the
read.
wiki and give us a brief overview of each character's personality, so we know what the OOC starts
Wait,
doing.
what happened to the call of nature?
It's quiet right now.
I was gonna say, are you coming to us live from the bathroom?
Let's see. All right, let's just tab up every single main character. I don't remember you. Who are you? What?
Well, I guess it's a good thing you're getting a refresh then, huh?
It has been like, I think, 7 years since I read this manga. So I'm not really sure. Who are you again? Right. Right. You were the mom. Okay. I don't think you'll be showing up in this first chapter. All right, Sneaky. If this is chapter 1, who do you think? Mocha's probably gonna show up. Skune is
Obviously,
probably gonna
Mocha.
show up. So I'm gonna need. Okay, so these two definitely need to be. What about? I just saw his name. Let's open up the bully.
Sorry about that. Just talking to the parents real quick. So.
You show up in chapter 40. Wait.
All right. Well, while you're entertaining people, I'm gonna take my own quick call of nature break then.
Okay. Anyways. Alright, I need them. Let's see. I do research. How's the audience doing, if we even have an audience yet, which I somehow can't search. Vampire.
Okay, I'm back.
God, it's been. Go.
All right. Well,
Go.
I guess I'll just start reading since Sneaky isn't back yet.
surprised he's not back.
Even though
Unless
I know
he's
nothing
muted
about
himself.
this. I know nothing about this.
Right now I'm trying to catch myself up on a character that I saw showing up in this chapter.
Okay, we start with the author's notes, where the author's having a character read stuff, always wonderful. This version from some of the others on this story is a lot different than some of the other stories on this crossover, and may cause a lot of you to hate the story because some of the things in my story's plot. But I don't care because it won't be the first I got flamed because of the way I write my story's plot and its characters. I want to give it a big shout out to Beta Button Spaz for all the help he gave, and he's an author, so check out his stories. 26.315 baited by Dan Sama 92. Story key. That's, you know what? Good on you for putting that in there. You have a strange way of doing thinking, but okay, fine. Strange way of doing talking much, but you know what? The author included a key, so I mean, props to the author of that. Enter a boy with blue eyes and spiky blonde hair, with 6 lines on his face that look like whiskers. He's about 5 feet 9 inches. Max, is that accurate?
I'm sorry. What are you saying about accuracy here?
This person's claiming Naruto's 5'9". I don't know. Is he?
I don't actually know. Hang on. Okay, so thank you, Neo Seeker. Alright, so in part 1 he's 4'9", part 2 5'5", and in the final parts when he's, grown up, he's 5'11".
Fabulous that we get all that information. Also, Sneaky, I don't know if you're there right now, but I'm sure you can comment on this. This must be what it's like when the announcers in Dota are talking and the stats guy just pops the information up for them. It's amazing. You don't have to do any work. You just ask a question, and the information magically appears for you.
I wasn't expecting to have to pull up the Naruto wiki. I
Wearing a
probably
green
should have.
uniform. Yeah, with wearing. Well, I mean, it is a Naruto crossover. Wearing a green uniform. Why is the U in uniform capitalized? That's odd. With a bag slung over his shoulder as he was walking to the bus as he'd finally gained entrance into Yokai Academy, a school for monsters that teaches how to coexist with humans. The number one rule being that no humans are allowed at the school, and if found, to be killed instantly. Again, I know nothing about the show, so I don't know if that's true.
I do believe it is true. It was.
Here's my question. How is this, like, school advertised? Is there some kind of monster internet or something?
Well, monsters don't exactly go around saying, "Oh, I'm a monster."
Right, that's what I'm asking.
They
So, like,
they have their own little underground network of sorts.
gotcha. I
I
assumed there
think
was something like that.
Sneaky probably knows more about this. Is one of those few fandoms that I trust his judgment over
Basically,
mine.
all the monsters are networked together in like undercities and markets and shit
Uh-huh.
that are hidden away from human view, and so they all know of the academy by word of mouth, more or less.
Gotcha.
The way Sukune, because I don't know if I can pronounce Sukun, uh, Tuscane, I guess. The way he finds out is one of the three strongest beings in the world drunkenly drops a flyer near him.
Of course.
Quote unquote, accidentally.
Yeah, of course. Anyway. He walked towards the bus stop with a slow pace because the bus for Yokai Academy that would not be there for another 15 minutes. Clearly never used a bus before. You get there as early as possible to use a bus also. That's very...
Would not be there for 15 minutes means it came 5 minutes ago and won't be coming back for another day.
Yeah. So this is where fate has brought me after all the bullshit I had to go through. Naruto wondered as he took his seat while scratching the symbol on his right shoulder. Those assholes finally gave me the clan seal, but I'm still going to kill them all. His eyes glowed a violent red as the bus arrived. He stood up and walked towards the doors that opened. Maybe I missed something, but Naruto's never exactly been the murder vengeful type.
Yeah, but you don't understand. Look at the summary. Hated for his difference, scorned for his weakness. Naruto is a being despised by all monsters and humans that he's ever met. Gave him savage mindset towards anything he meets. He will receive his true powers and become the strongest shield while doing so.
Strongest shield.
Yep.
Okay,
That's
big
what they wrote.
harem. Anyway.
Yep.
So you're one of the first-year students enrolling at Yokai Academy, the bus driver suddenly asked. Oh, wait, hold on. Yep, okay, I didn't miss anything. Just needed to be sure.
Yep.
The bus driver suddenly asked, glancing over his shoulder to look at the blonde with one of his glowing eyes as he took a puff of the cigar in his mouth. Yeah, Naruto responded in an emotionless voice. Aren't you a little too old to be a first-year student? The bus driver asked as he blew out more smoke. Why don't you mind your own business, Naruto stated coldly as he walked towards the back of the bus.
No
Pissing
punctuation
off
there.
the bus driver. Pissing off the bus driver. That's never a good idea.
Sneaky,
Considering the
it's
bus
a
driver
bus
is one of the
driver.
3 strongest creatures in the world.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I was about to say, isn't he one of the 3 Dark Lords that runs the
Yes.
school?
Yes, it
Like,
is the bus driver, the priest, and the fucking shit.
I can't remember. All I remember is that, like, it's revealed, oh no, the bus driver could kick your ass. He just personally picks up all the students
Yeah.
for some reason. I
Yeah.
I don't remember. Does he ever explain why he decided to let a human in? Because he was clearly aware
yes.
that Sukune was a human when he first meets him.
The priest thought that Sukune had the character that would successfully mesh with the monster school in a way that would promote peace with humans.
Then why keep the rule about killing humans if they show up?
Well, because if
Because
they're
okay.
if he's wrong and it turns out that his observations were incorrect, then the person dies. And he can try again.
I
know,
I'm wrong,
but-
I suppose I can just
Yeah,
try
but-
again.
Just imagine how quickly that could have gone bad. Like,
It did! That was the first arc!
no, Sneaky, it could have gone so much quicker. So I'm a human and dead. All right, moving on.
I mean, yeah, they have to make a
Like-
spectacle out of it. At least they had to make a spectacle out of it, you know?
Oh no, I know. That's about the only good thing that came out of it was that they
Yep.
took the time to make it a spectacle. Otherwise, if he come off the bus and it was immediately revealed, we would have had a much shorter first volume.
Indeed. Oh,
Okay,
so
so
they're
anyway.
they're still bringing Sukune, or how do you pronounce his name?
You've been saying it correctly.
Sukune?
Yeah,
Okay.
or at least close enough that it's not like making me
horrible.
cringe.
Yeah. So they're still bringing Sukune into the story.
Yeah, apparently. Anyway, so that's him, the first half-breed of that clan, the driver thought as he looked at Naruto. He's going to have a hard time at the academy. I only hope that he's strong enough to handle them. Okay.
Can't
Well-
even follow your own fucking key a couple paragraphs in.
Yeah, I was about to say. Well, now I'm confused because you helpfully set up a key for us, But then you didn't follow your damn key. Fuck you. The bus driver didn't look away from him, yet somehow the bus stayed on the road. Another boy will be joining us soon. I believe his name is Ano Sukune. We're almost at his stop, actually. Naruto didn't say anything else and instead chose to stare out the window. He didn't actually hear anything the bus driver said to him, ignoring him in favor of letting his mind wander. The bastard's going to be there as well. I can't wait to rip him to shreds, Naruto stated viciously in his head. And again, you
How
forget
much
to
do you
follow
want to
your
guess? How much do you want to guess that Sasuke is gonna be the bastard that's
key.
there?
I don't know. And he won't have his father or those old-ass elders to save him, Naruto laughed to himself.
Yeah, but Sasuke.
Before the blonde could continue his musings any longer,
Control F. Well,
came to a
not in
sudden
this
halt.
chapter.
Came to a halt while the doors at the front opened and a boy walked in with a bag in his hand. He had brown hair, brown eyes, and wore the same uniform that Naruto was wearing, except pants were brown while Naruto's was green. Pretty much an average high school student. So you're Ano Sukune, the bus driver asked. His glowing eyes freaking the boy out slightly. Really? Only a little. That's, remarkable. Yeah, yes I am. Replied, gave the bus driver a nervous smile, flinched as the doors closed behind him. Well, go find a seat. I suggest you don't make friends with that boy down there. I don't think you can handle the problem if people find out. The bus driver chuckled in a manner that sent a shiver down Sukune's spine. After all, Yokai Academy is a very terrifying place.
Well, at least they're characterizing the bus driver correctly.
I mean, again, I wouldn't know. Speaking of which, now that you're back,
I would think it'd be
You can
kind of
take over.
hard.
In both
The bus
of
driver.
the manga and the anime, the bus driver is a very simple character for a very long time. He tries to be as creepy as possible without trying to be as creepy as possible. So whenever he makes like casual conversation with you and they show him, he's got like a black background with a miasma or radiating off him and shit. And you know,
Yeah.
his face is shaded by his driver's cap, but you can still see his glowing eyes, and he
Yeah.
chuckles creepily. But he's like, "So how's the weather?"
Yeah, he's actually a pretty cool guy. He just comes off really, really creepy.
hey, so I'm sorry I creeped out literally everyone. It was an accident.
Oh, he does it on purpose.
I know.
Ba-da-ba-ba. God, I know. I'm gonna call him a no, because I'm not gonna try and keep pronouncing that in my mind.
Because you know what? We're lazy Americans.
Yes, indeed. Who
Alright,
the fuck
time
is
to turn my
taking a
brain off
shower?
for the pronunciations then.
Taking a shower? What are you talking about?
Who the fuck is taking a shower? It's you! You're the one taking a shower!
Taking a shower?
Yeah, in the background it sounds like you're taking a fucking shower.
That's someone mowing the lawn, you retard.
Oh, well, fuck you.
No, you're an idiot! Fucking taking a shower. What, you thought I'm just standing in there while someone's showering? Yes, this is great for my acoustics.
We gotta get back to the story.
That depends on whenever he starts reading.
Anyway. Oh, now I'm hearing the motor.
Discord, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Discord has 3 instances of itself open, apparently.
10 out of 10.
Does that mean you're getting 3 times the audio?
No. It's very confusing, though.
Ano Sukune. Sukune said politely, ignoring what the bus driver told him as he offered his
The
hand.
bus driver? That's what you said, Sneaky. You
The bus
slurred it
driver.
into blush driver.
As he offered his hand with a smile on his face. Naruto turned around and looked at the newcomer before closing his eyes and once again turning to look through the window. I don't like you, so stay away from me, I'll kill you. Naruto replied in a voice that scared the crap out of Sukune. who quickly ran back to the front of the bus. Told you so, the bus driver laughed as the no punctuation. He has this problem where he has no punctuation after most of his dialogue. The bus driver laughed as the bus started to enter a tunnel. Good riddance. I hate humans, Naruto thought. But those aren't the thought quotes! You can't even follow your own fucking key!
How do you say? It's most of the thought quote, but you put it in double quotes instead of single quotes.
Naruto thought with his eyes still closed. You two best prepare yourselves, the bus driver suddenly said, gaining both teens' attention. As soon as we exit this tunnel, we'll be out the front of Yokai Academy. And as soon
hold on
as...
a second. That makes no sense, author. You can't follow your own key. You can't even do grammar properly. As soon as we exit this tunnel, we'll be out the front of Yokai Academy. That makes it sound like they're leaving the academy.
I'm more concerned about the fact that he used "and" to start a sentence when the sentence could have easily started with "as." There's no reason for "and" to be there.
Here's the point we're getting to. Never start your fucking sentence with "and."
I mean, you can start sentences with "and" "but." There's no.
Can't throw it out willy-nilly.
Yeah. And as soon Sukune grabbed his things and made his way off the bus, only to stop at the door to take in the sights. He was about to take off when he was pushed out of the way by Naruto, consequently landing flat on his face. Hey!
Kune deserved that, though. Like, don't
you
fucking clog the door, you asshole.
You gawked in the bus door, fuck you.
Sukune shouted, but was ignored by Naruto as he walked away. You two have fun now, and do be careful, the driver said as the bus drives away. What is this place? Where the hell did you drop us?
As the bus is driving away.
See, I was always a bit confused why Sukune was somehow surprised by this. Like it's Japanese, and it quite literally says Yokai Academy, as in Demon Spirit Academy.
Yep.
Oh boy, this place looks real fucking creepy, and all the people here are real fucking creepy. I wonder why it's called Demon Spirit Academy.
Well, that I was gonna say, and like I don't know when the show is set, but you know, a quick search on the internet.
Like 2010. I would say 2005-ish maybe.
Okay, so the internet exists.
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
Here's the thing: a quick internet search about this thing would reveal absolutely nothing.
I mean, not only would an internet search probably reveal nothing. He's fucking Japanese. He knows Japanese. He knows what the word means.
I'm just going along. Like I'm just saying, like okay.
That would be like if in America, in Chicago, you know, someone dropped a flyer and you pick it up and you're like, oh man, entrance exam to Murder Academy. Sure! And you go there and you're like, holy shit, why does everyone have a gun? They just shot that guy. What's going on? It's like you're at Murder Academy. What did you think was gonna happen?
I thought it was like a distasteful choice of name or something. Or that it was just a downtown high school.
Yeah, no, what was it? Like his dad got a free ride for him?
No, Sukune was walking home one day, and the quote-unquote drunk priest, accidentally dropped a flyer while he was moaning about how he couldn't find a high school to get into.
I was gonna say, but
right,
like
and for some reason, I'm gonna go to a place called Yokai Academy.
Like it gets even better because he picks up the thing. He's like, "Oh, this looks kind of cool. Hey, sir, down this empty open street. You're gone now. I still think I should go to this place."
Like Sneaky, even leaving all that aside, like you do an internet search on it, like, this place is called Murder Academy. Maybe they just maybe whoever named it was just really stupid and didn't pick a good name. Let's
Yeah.
do some research on it.
No, it's just murder.
Oh, it just doesn't exist. I can't find it anywhere. Maybe I shouldn't go here. Maybe, just maybe, all of my organs are going to be harvested if I go here.
Oh.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Right. I guess the anime was different from the manga.
What?
I was right. It was his dad. My version and sneaky versions of the events are actually like kind of we're both half right. The father was the one to bring home the flyer
Mm.
after seeing the drunk priest.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. So Kuria's like, I don't want to go to this school. It's named Yokai Academy. You're going anyways. We don't want you to be a dropout. Thanks, mom and dad. I love you too.
I mean, here's the thing.
But
I'm
still,
fine
like,
with that.
I still am, because he expresses confusion when he gets into the classroom, right? And the teacher's like, remember, this is Monster Academy. Make sure you're keeping your human forms at all times and your monster form is never revealed, otherwise you'll be in trouble. And then she's got a fucking cat ears and tail, and he's just like, what do they mean by monster form? What's going on?
So
I don't know!
walking around with cat
Maybe
ears
there's monsters!
So wait a minute. First, he's walking around with cat ears and a tail, and he's like, first of all, keep your human form at all times. Unless I guess it would be very useful for you in attracting the attention of humans with cat ears and a tail.
Oh no, that's the running gag for the teacher, is that they're just really bad at keeping their human form.
Oh.
She's a Necromata. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Necromata?
Neko.
Oh, Neko. I thought you said Necro. I was like, what the
No.
fuck is a Necro? I was like, is it some kind of corpse cat thing here? What did I miss?
Yeah, she has constant gags about fish and shit. But yeah, no, it just boggles my mind where the guy's like, oh my god, you're a werewolf! Yeah, no fucking shit! It's Monster fucking Academy!
Did you think in a place called Monster Academy that the vampires and the werewolves and the zombies were going to be the outliers? It was going to be a bunch of normal people, but every once in a while be like, oh, hey, look, there's a couple of the vampires. There's the vampires, dude. Or, hey,
fucking
look.
Monster Minesweeper or something?
Monster Minesweeper.
Anyway. Where the hell did he drop us? It looks like a haunted mansion. You have more things to worry about than the look of this place, human. There should be a comma there. Look at this place, comma, human.
Yep.
And then period or something. Naruto thought as he closed his eyes and walked towards the school. Coming through, get out the way!
How does Naruto know he's human?
Because he does.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Naruto opened his eyes to see a girl with pink hair on a bicycle plowing towards him. She had her eyes closed in preparation for a collision, but it didn't happen as Naruto jumped over the bicycle. I didn't hit him, the girl said in astonishment, when suddenly a brown-haired boy came out of nowhere only to be mowed down by the bicycle. Oh ho ho, you author! Cleverly avoiding the cliches, aren't you?
Right,
Wink!
So I don't know anything about it, so what's the cliche the author's avoiding?
The cliche is that every main character that comes to Yokai Academy gets hit by a Mocha on a bike.
Yeah. Click Naruto is this dark and gritty Naruto is apparently breaking the mold.
Like even like Sage Mode Naruto gets hit by the bike. You know, fucking.
Right.
Yeah.
I just I would love to see a Sage Mode Naruto get hit, but they do it properly. He just kind of looks down at it like, All
Yeah.
right.
No, I
That
believe
happened.
that was one of the good stories, and I believe that's what happened. Is he kind of just like the bike crumpled against him, and he caught Mocha as she got launched into the air.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Uh,
Move, bitch! Get out the way! Sorry about that. I got a bit dizzy from my anema. Yeah, right? That's
yeah.
it. Yeah, anema. I haven't had any
And
blood
yeah,
for a
you're
while.
missing an eye in there. God damn it.
The girl said before seeing the blood on the boy. Oh no, you're bleeding. The girl pointed out, and indeed there was a small cut on Sukune's cheek, leaving a small trail of blood. Reaching into her pocket, she pulled out a handkerchief to clean the cut, but froze when an intoxicating scent invaded her sense of smell. The smell,
So
blood.
I'm
I
sorry.
can't.
What happened? What happened to don't reveal your form? I'm just gonna chop this guy's neck.
That's also one of the running gags.
Gotcha.
That actually has
Just check.
consequences. So that was
Right,
nice.
the whole ghoul thing.
Yeah. No, but like before all that, like even before all that, at one point in the episode, because she chomps on his neck very often with that gag, and at one point they do make mention of, I think he's running out of blood he needs to live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
they
you know
do.
that thing he needs to live? Yeah, you're taking all of it.
The boy watched in shock as she snuggled more into his chest. I lose myself whenever I smell that scent, she explained as she moved her face closer to Sukune's. What's happening? Again, you're not following your own fucking key. Sukune thought while blushing furiously. I'm sorry, but I'm really hungry, she said before biting into his neck and sucking his blood. Eh. Sukune
What the
screamed.
fuck was that noise?
Eh.
It sounded like some combination of a drunk Canadian and a Southerner.
Screamed, wondering just what the hell was going on.
I mean, it's very clear what's going on. You're having your blood sucked.
With Naruto. So she's a vampire. I have to be careful around her, Naruto thought as he continued to walk towards the school. What are you doing here, half-breed? A very muscular boy with short blonde hair, red eyes with fangs coming out of his mouth asked with a sneer on his face. Your kind isn't welcome. As he said this, everyone turned and started mumbling to each other. It's him, the half-breed. How dare he show up here? How do they know? Only the elders and the clan heads know, and they were sworn to secrecy, Naruto thought, his brows furrowed in confusion as he looked around. Get out of here or die! The muscular boy roared. What's going on here? Tsukune asked as he and the pink-haired girl pushed their way through the crowd. His eyes, he laid his eyes on Naruto. His eyes lit up with recognition. You don't need to say his eyes again. We know it's his eyes. It's him, said his eyes. Do you know him, Sukune-kun? The pink hair girl. See,
Now
now
all I
that
can imagine.
changes the description significantly.
See, I was gonna say now all I can imagine is that whoever this mocha girl is, she looks like Tanglia, but it's just pink hair.
Yeah, exactly. Pushed their way through the crowd. Oh yeah. No, Mocha-chan, but we came on the same bus, Sukune informed the pink-haired girl.
Well,
Kill that
technically,
half-breed Junya.
so
Oh, so that's a person. See, again, punctuation is necessary here. Kill that half-breed Junya makes Junya sound like the name of his species or an insult.
yeah,
A comma there indicates that's a person.
so by the way, if this is actually Junya, I'm pretty sure he only shows up in the manga,
I believe so, yes.
chapter 40,
Yeah.
and he wasn't this fucking aggressive. I mean, he was an asshole. But he wasn't immediately raw, kill this guy. He actually had to be provoked to a
Yep.
degree.
Yeah.
A boy shouted from behind them. What's a half-breed? Sukune asked Mocha. Well, a half. The crowd roared as Junya attacked Naruto, preventing Sukune from hearing what Mocha was saying.
Okay, not to be mean, how fucking retarded is this main character?
What do you mean?
What's a half-breed?
Sukune is pretty retarded early on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually remains fairly slow as the story goes on, actually.
I mean, it's not like till Rosario plus Vampire 2 that he actually stops being absolutely retarded.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad there's a point where he stops, but, like, my point's like...
At
hey,
that point, a significant number of people have died, though. But anyway. Junya shouted as he threw a punch at Naruto, whose eyes were red. He dodged the punch with ease as Junya followed it up with a spin kick. Author. A. Junya doesn't spin kick. B. I don't think Junya has a dexterity to jump and kick in general.
Straight out of a punch. No less. Like
Yeah.
the agility and dexterity required for that.
C.
Mocha could do that.
C. Yeah, Mocha could.
But
But C. They're in the middle of a fucking crowd. I don't know how much room you think is in this area, because you never described how much room was in this area.
I was gonna say,
But I can
here's
only
the thing,
assume it's the normal one where everyone crowds around and there's no fucking room besides to punch the guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you've ever actually seen a schoolyard fight, there's room for, like, three things.
You ain't doing ninja
punches.
flips.
There's room for punches, the occasional knee, and if you're at the very edge and the other guy comes at you, or if you're at the very center, you can maybe flip him over your shoulder. That's about all the room you got.
hang on a second. I'm now doing some lore checking. Oh my god, let me skip the ad. Let me skip the ad. Thank
but, like,
you.
lore checking isn't, no offense, Max, lore checking isn't even important because since he doesn't specify, all we understand is that this is a group of kids with apparently what's supposed to be a giant muscle-bound bruiser.
Oh no, I know,
Increase
but
the threshold on your mic.
Okay, no, spin kicks are not airborne. I don't know where you got that. Where did you get that idea from, Sneaky? I mean, granted, Junior specifically is not
I wasn't
doing
saying
this.
that he was airborne. I was just saying I don't think he has the dexterity to do any of the actions that he's being described as doing. I was using
No,
examples.
going from a punch to a spin kick is. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because Junior mostly punched and through in the one chapter he showed up.
Yeah. Before slamming him into the ground, causing a small crater.
Oh, okay. We're just causing small craters. Good.
That semicolon is bothering me.
Naruto gave a small snarl as he started stomping on him with a web covered. When a web covered the down Junya, forcing Naruto to jump away. You're coming with us, half-breed, a purple-haired girl said as she landed on the ground. It's Kito. She'll deal with the half-breed. She's so hot. Marry me, Kito. He started it, Naruto replied as he looked at the purple-haired woman wearing a very short skirt with white panties showing. A likely story, Kito
Why
replied.
is that necessary information, or is that another running gag?
No.
Because that's actually her character design, sadly.
Yeah.
That,
Yes, her skirt is that short.
Is she a teacher?
No, I believe she's on the discipline committee.
She's on the public safety committee.
Yeah, public safety. That's what it was.
That's a
In fact,
little
I don't even. Does she?
better,
Does she? I
but
don't think she shows up in the manga. I think she was an anime exclusive, wasn't she? Oh no, she is in the manga. I don't remember her in the manga.
I don't think she had a lot of airtime in the manga.
Oh well.
But more or less, the Public Safety Association, or whatever the fuck they're called, council or whatever, is the mob, more or less.
the mob.
Yeah. As in, like, they
You
were
heard him.
supposed to be something, like, not like...
No,
mob,
I
but
understand. I understand. I'm just
Yeah.
what a shitty school.
Oh yeah.
Deshi, Naruto heard from above him as a bow staff slammed into him, sending him crashing into the ground, causing a large crater. Web foam, Kido shouted as she shoots the foam at him, covering him from head to toe. Good job, Kido. Now let's take him to the boss.
Okay, so hold on a second. The hallway now has 2 craters in it.
Yeah,
Is that a common occurrence, or is that just
No,
like,
I don't think
whatever?
that's. No, I think they're still out in the common ground.
maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, he was walking towards the
Dashiko.
school when this
The
ship
point is,
started
the school
raining.
grounds now have 2 craters on them, Max.
Oh, it gets
Dashiko,
so much
she's
worse
so
later
hot.
on.
Now they can get rid of that thing. Stop and let him go. The headmaster wants to talk to him, stated a woman. No periods again. Stated a woman with long green hair with 4 ponytails on each side of her head and brown eyes. As she was wearing a long corset with a long brown skirt with frills at the end and high-heeled shoes. Wait.
What?
Yeah, I was fucking right!
I wish you shared this information
Yeah,
that you
tell us
currently
what you're
write
right
on.
about.
That's Lucy! As in the witch that they find in, like, the 4th arc, who doesn't join them until, like, a year in.
Lucy.
Yeah.
I don't remember there being a Lucy
Yeah,
in
Lucy the
Naruto.
witch. She has a dominatrix sub-fetish.
Do you mean Ruby?
Well, she's called Lucy in translation as well.
She's been officially translated as Ruby as far back as I can remember, both in
Dude, I,
Viz.
I, I straight up typed Lucy into Google and still got her picture.
Hmm. Okay, hang on a second. Lucy. Yeah, that is Ruby.
Yeah.
I want to know what translation to your is. I've never actually seen that translation of her name to that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Um, but anyway, that's exactly what I fucking thought it was. It's Ruby. So why the fuck is she here? Like, what?
I'm so confused.
I just... Because, like, they mentioned 4 ponytails, and I'm like, okay, only one person in this series has 4 ponytails, and that's fucking Ruby. So what is she doing here named Lucy?
I don't know. Where did the name Lucy come from?
I don't know, man.
Mocha versus. Okay. What? I'm I'm so confused. Where did this name come?
I wish I could tell you about this, but you know,
The
I got
only
nothing going on here, so.
no, I fuck you, internet. Sounds about right.
Pretty much, yeah. Come with me, miss. Okay, so I'm just going to start accelerating through this. Come with me. What is this place? Get to class. Yes, miss. Samaki, fighting. Nara looked at me. Um, Fights careful. Such power in a half-breed. He really is his son. Why are your pants green when they were supposed to be brown? This is what the clan gave me. Hello everyone, I'm your teacher Neko. Monsters! Sugune thought as he gulped. Does that mean Naruto-san and everyone else is monsters? You'll disguise yourself as a human. Foundation of coexistence. True form. Eat the humans. There's no humans here. Kill all the humans. They're gonna kill me. Human sent. Excuse me. Mocha shows up. Goes over, hugs Sukune. Everyone's jealous. He's, oh my god, he's hot. Have my babies. He's a half breed. I still want his babies. The sensei is interested in him, really.
Of course they are, because this person decided that that's what's going to
Snap out of
happen.
it. He's underage. The angel that appeared on her right shoulder spoke to her. No, he's not. You forget he was held back by his clan because of his condition. He's 18. Forget what I said. Go for it, the angel on her shoulder said. Sensei, are you alright? Oh, God. I'm half-breed, blah blah blah. Thinks he's better than us, so he hates humans. Blah blah blah. She looks just like her. I wonder if they're related. Hi, my name's Naruto, so this is the boy my mom told me about. Of course! Kurumu's mother, the succubus, told her about Naruto. There'll be a boy named Naruto. I want you to be nice to him. Of course, be nice to him. Don't think about charming him. A destined one, use it on anyone except him. Fine, I won't use it on him. He's a half-breed, so he has a hard life. What does it do with you? I knew his mother. Be nice to him. That's my girl. He could be your destined one. Um, she's nice and hot. I must explain the rules. Fucking these line breaks are just dumb. Like, there's no real point in adding this flashback in here. That added nothing to the story.
Sure there is. The author wants you to feel sorry or to establish some part of their special canon.
Indeed. Rinko,
I'm just
help.
skipping ahead, trying to see if Sasuke's ever actually mentioned here.
Math teacher, Mocha, sorry, not interested. Oh, hi, Saizo, already showing up. Get off me, ugh. You're gonna pay for touching me, ugh. You are right. What happened? He just came flying in. What the hell? Naruto walked in the direction, so he saved me. Let's go over there and thank him. Hi, Naruto-san. Thank you. Like, I would want lunch with bloodsucker and a human. Get out of my way, bitch. That asshole, a human. Naruto said he didn't want to have lunch with a bloodsucker and a human, which made Sugune nervous. What if? No, you can't be human. I hate those humans. You know, I actually went to a human school and I felt isolated, blah blah blah. The backstory of Mocha. I'm a human, that's just some mistake. I ended up here. There's no way a human could be here. I know I should leave. Wait, you're humans, but maybe I don't like monsters either. Sakune-kun, she cried as the boy ran off. Oh wow, we're already hitting that arc? In the first fucking chapter? Boy,
Which
author, you sure move fast.
I'm sorry.
which arc are we hitting
What
already?
are you already
The
hitting?
minor arc where they, Mocha and Sukune come into conflict because Mocha's like, I hate humans, and it comes out at that point that Sukune is human, and he's like, oh, no, I'm gonna run away in a angsty fashion. And
Sorry, all I heard
he's
was
just
angst.
already gone.
yeah, he's already doing
Good.
that. Basically, Atin, that little mini arc was used to separate the two because there's no real reason for them to be separated. So the monster of that arc that was to, trying to expose slash kill Sukune for whatever reason that arc gave, attacks him out in the forest, and Mocha comes to his rescue.
Gotcha.
But that didn't fucking happen in the first goddamn chapter.
Of course it did. Actually, I think it actually did.
Not in the first chapter.
Hang on. Let's see. Saizo was the big ogre, right?
Saizo's the werewolf, bro.
Saizo.
I'm pretty sure he's the werewolf. Okay, so he gets real fucking buff. Orc.
No.
He's the orc.
Yeah, I was. He is the orc. Yeah,
You
that
said
is in
ogre.
the first chapter. Then.
Wait, so he's
Oh,
an
did I
orc
say
in
ogre?
the
Sorry.
anime, but a monstrel in the manga.
It's a monstrel.
I'm sorry, I've just been tuning y'all out because I have no idea what's going on.
Um,
But okay, so that is in the first chapter. Wow, that's right. I forgot. Sneaky, the pacing sucked up until like chapter what, 15?
really?
Yeah, the pacing was super quick.
All right then. So, congratulations, author. You're following a shitty pacing. So, either A, you're shit at pacing, or B, you're jumping off the same cliff.
Hmm. Well, if you're gonna dive,
Yeah.
we'll go full bore. Don't even bother with that bungee cord. Just go.
Just follow
Hey,
everyone else.
listen. All that bungee cord is gonna do is snap you back from your dreams. Also death, but your dreams, and that's the important part.
Naruto walked to the room. She was serious. Fastest way to find her destined one. Shame mother forbid me from using my charms on him. Can I get you anything via diamond ring? Give me a manicure. By the time this week, I'll find my destined one. Well, that is not what she did. I mean, yes, she flirted with everyone, but she wasn't like, give me all your stuff and shit. At least, not that I'm aware of. Max?
I don't even feel like looking to it.
Fair
I
enough.
just want us to be done with
Where the
this
hell is
story.
he? I've been looking for him. What brings it? Oh, right. This is size of blah, blah, blah. Delusional. I've never looked at you like that. You will be mine. Screen stay at the bus stop. Screen on. I think that's enough training. You must think you're proud of yourself. Don't be stupid. He heard these two idiots' voices. Sorry, unhappy. Dare you walk away? You saying something? Chopper. Are you scared? You think you're tough? Became green. Get 'em, boys. How pathetic. Die. I thought he was supposed to be super fucking weak and shit, you know? And he proceeds to kick the shit out of them. I thought this guy was supposed, yeah, hated for his difference and scorned for his weakness, but apparently not weak enough that he can't kick the shit out of all his bullies. Anyone want to explain this one to me?
I can't, but you know, I don't pretend to understand this.
Can't
author
have
or
my
their
OC
idiocy.
Naruto losing fights now, can we? Anyway,
Apparently
we've spent long enough on this. Let's move on.
We're on here.
I'll give this guy a review.
Technique lists. Element lightning release is one of the 5 basic elemental blah blah blah. None of this is important.
Alright.
Can't even keep your own sentence
Can't-
display.
I was gonna say, can't even keep to your own key.
Yeah.
Just call it. He calls it a key. We'll call it a key.
Your own key. Also, your grammar sucks. The amount of sentences and such lacking proper commas and other punctuation is appalling. If you don't want flames, then maybe you should write a less shit story without an edgy OC wearing the face of Naruto.
Indeed.
Post. Remove. Moving on. Bow wow. Alright, so we have a Bleach Rosario. We have a Naruto Rosario. We have Kamen
Good,
Rider.
another one.
We have Kamen Rider Rosario. And we have Rosario Undertale. Another Kamen Rider Rosario, featuring the cast of Undertale.
Excuse me. I need to finish choking to death somewhere else.
And the Paper Cuts story.
Paper cut.
Paper Cuts by Dante, the author of comedy. It's a Ruby story. High school is hard. It's even harder when your parents aren't there to help you. But what if you had a rose? Because they asked, more like demanded, but I love them even if they're mean to me. Credit due to Meteorite Creature, Remnants of Past Memories, for helping me do the writing thing. If any of you like this graveyard scene, they helped me write that a lot.
Is this just a shitty AU or something?
Us reading fanfiction. I found Paper Cuts. I was surprised that it was so popular for such a short story. Well, it's not that popular, more like popular than mine, that's for sure. So I did some research and found out it used to be a lot longer than what he had posted, so I asked just a dude what happened, and he said he couldn't write anymore. So I asked if I could have the story. He said yes, for those who will be mad, he said it would be on his profile or something, and that he sent me a link to this Google Doc with all the chapters in it, so I'm just going to post them as is for now and mess with them later. I also need Keggy Springfield to give me the okay to use his picture for the story. He gave me the okay, by the way. I edited this as of 4/23/17.
You said Keggy Springfield?
What's that mean?
Pretty sure I've run into that name before.
Hmm.
I think it's an artist
Yeah, he's an
or
artist.
yeah. He also writes fan fiction occasionally, I think.
I see.
Trying to remember where I ran into him. Oh, think I do remember.
You gonna enlighten us or?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Thanks, Max.
So we have that. Um, we have another Ruby story where John is an elemental swordsman and has a massive harem.
Of course he has a massive harem.
So, what do you want to do?
I don't know. Let's take a look at the Ruby one with John, since we just did Rosario.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Because here's the thing, I would have
So what?
suggested the
Paper
other one, but it's apparent.
cuts. John Arc, the elemental swordsman.
I would say John Arc, the Elemental Swordsman.
All right.
At least that one could be interesting.
Copy. Pusta. Pasta. Pasta.
Yay!
Mm.
Oh god. Tired.
Yeah.
I think I nearly sat down and read this one once.
Oh yeah.
Nearly, but then my common sense took back over, and I said no. John wanted to be a huntsman, but his parents refused to allow him to train. So... Oh, God damn it.
Did I skip over this?
So at the age of 9, he ran away to find a master to teach him. 8 years later, he was on his way to Beacon with his training and his best friends, Nora and Ren. Help him on the path to be a huntsman. Will he make it, or will his past hold him back? Will he find love, and will it be with just one girl? Okay, I'll be interested to see where along the way he supposedly met Nora and Ren.
So what the hell is Orville and why does it look like Star Trek?
From what I can tell, this is Seth MacFarlane making fun of Star Trek.
Oh.
Which, if that's the case, it seems to be doing an excellent job, and that it will be hilarious. But that's my material right now. Now, Max, correct me if I'm wrong. But
I'm
even if he
listening.
ran away, there's very little chance that John would have run into Ren and Nora, right?
Uh, it's actually a really good question.
I was going to say, hold on,
Cause
I'm going to the wiki. Let's see, John is from...
Ansel, I think. I don't actually mention that, doesn't
Handedness. Why is handedness something they list? Whatever.
Mm.
Oh,
Previous affiliations,
fuck off.
teams, previous partner, active, media. Guys, I just want to know where the man lived.
I don't think we were actually given that information.
I
History.
well
No, I
where
don't think.
where are Ren and Nora?
Well, again, I'm looking. He took several camping trips on Anima with his family during his childhood.
As far as I'm aware, Ansel
Okay,
was in Mistral?
yeah, okay, I was gonna say, either they went on vacation, either they were pretty rich, and they could afford to just go to a different continent.
Aren't they farming barons?
I don't know if they're farming barons.
We
but I mean,
don't
they are
know
from, like,
anything about his family,
the only thing
actually.
we know is that he's from a line of huntsmen.
Okay.
He's from a line of
He's
huntsmen,
from a line of huntsmen who can
and he
somehow
has
maintain
7
a 10-person
sisters.
family.
He,
So I mean,
we
even if
know
they do
nothing
have,
about his family. We don't even know if his family is actually alive. We just kind of
anyway,
assumed he ran away. I don't think he ever says he did. He admitted to cheating his way into Beacon, but
Oh.
yeah.
got
Anyway,
it.
so his family took several trips to the Kingdom of Mistral for
I think
purposes of
that's a
camping.
manga thing.
What is?
The camping
The
They
trips?
took.
camping trips. I think that's from the manga.
Aren't those
So
canon, though?
up until the Rooster Teeth writers say, fuck it, it's not. They've actually said as much, by the way. How
Oh.
much of the manga is canon? All of it until we say otherwise. Well, gee,
Okay.
thanks.
Yeah, excellent. 10
Well,
out
I
of
mean,
10.
Thanks. I needed that.
yeah, I was gonna say presumably that they're in some kind of talks with whoever's writing it. I mean, I mean, maybe they said that because they don't have as much control as they'd like, or something. I don't know,
I,
but it doesn't matter
I don't know. It's
because
starting to feel
as
like
of
the writing in Ruby just doesn't know where it wants to go now.
that's possible. But here's the thing:
Yep.
right now, that's immaterial to the point of it's canon. It doesn't matter where it's come from. It's canon because no one said it isn't. So
Alright, so they
they've
take
taken.
trips to Mistral for camping, so I'm going to assume that they're in Mistral, because you don't really go like, alright, I know we're in Florida and everything, but I think we should take yearly camping trips to the Alps in Italy.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. He also took several camping trips on Anima with his family during his childhood. The way they say it, on Anima, now this could just be poor wording on the Wiki's part, but that makes it sound like they had to get there. Now, maybe they're just in a different part
Anima
of
is the
Mistral.
continent on which the Kingdom of Mistral is located.
Right.
Huh.
Again,
Within Mistral are several settlements, including the main city of Mistral, Windpath, and Kuchinashi.
other small settlements exist located outside the kingdom. So,
Oh, I think it is possible for him to run into them then. That might actually be possible. Because Rin and Nora are from one of the nearby villages.
Okay.
Street, street, street.
yeah, I mean, I guess it was a village. It's a village there, so I guess he could have.
Alright, so now that we've established that's a thing, it's possible. I'm going to take umbrage with the rest of the summary. Will he make it, or will his past hold him back? Will he find love, and will it be with just one girl? A, the last question you don't need to ask because you've already listed it as a harem. B, the second to last question you don't need to ask because you've already listed it as a harem. C, the third to last question doesn't need to be asked because you've listed it as a goddamn harem and the story is 150k words long. So unless you're going to go 2 books in and then kill off the main character, I'm assuming he makes it.
Yeah.
And not only that, he runs away at the age of 9, and then 8 years later he arrives at Beacon with Nora and Ren.
Fine.
Fine, sure.
You know what?
Nora and Ren got into Beacon just fine. So if he's training with them, as I would assume because they're best friends, I would assume whatever training they got into, he did at least some of it. Which would mean that by transitive properties, if John is doing the same training as Ren and Nora, which got them into Beacon, he gets into Beacon. Funny how that works.
John Ark had his eyes closed and was leaning against the wall of the airship. Hey! Someone got it right, guys! You know what? Claps for the author. Someone got it frickin' right. It's not a bullhead.
Indeed.
Taking him and many other students to Beacon Academy to begin their training to become huntsmen and huntresses. He was wearing his signature black hoodie, silver zipper that ran up the front of it, dark blue jeans, black steel-toed boots, and his black fingerless gloves. He also had his white.
So he's Edgy McEdge, got it.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is
Vambrace's-
actually just his normal outfit.
Yeah.
Really?
Vambrace's and a rebracer on his left. Yeah, that really is his normal outfit. Vambrace's and a rebracer on his left arm, along with his chest plate that covered his chest and upper back. Really, the chest plate covered his chest. I thought it covered his dick.
Yeah.
Most were excited, but he had other things on his mind, specifically keeping his breakfast down, trying to avoid an embarrassing first impression to all his new peers. John was mentally trying to ease the nausea with little results. He was about to resort to his aura until a voice distracted him. John, are you alright? You're looking kind of green. Opened his eyes and looked down at the orange-haired... Wait, looking down at her?
I'm assuming that she's like lowered herself to look up from his lap or something.
Meh. Looked down at the orange-haired and concerned. Nora Valkyrie, longtime friend and honorary sister. They'd been together for years now. Along with their other friend and John's honorary brother, Lai Ren, who was standing next to him and looking at him with the usual stoic face. These three had been best friends since the day they met and all trained by the same person that taught them their skills. Okay. Well, you have answered the question of have they all trained together? Yes, but for some reason you've decided to insert some magical trainer for Nora and Ren.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna back up. Why were you confused that he was looking down at Nora? Out of
Because
curiosity.
his eyes were closed and he was leaning against the airship wall.
Yeah.
I'm
I
assuming
mean, then he
Atin
opened- like,
thought
then
he
he
was sitting down.
Yeah, like I'm presuming that he's sitting down, so why would he be looking down at Nora?
I don't know. Maybe Nora was giving him a blowjob. I don't know, dude.
I don't know. Like, this is just me, but if someone's nauseous, it generally isn't a good idea to, like, stick your face in front of them.
Underneath their face, yeah.
That's kind of how that's kind of asking to get, chunked on.
Despite their tough times they all shared, he wouldn't trade a second of that time. With a sigh and a small grin, John reached over to gently pat her on the head, something he's done since they were 10. Don't worry, Nora. Just another bout of my motion sickness. With my motion sickness. Realization dawned on Nora, and she quickly stepped back. Motion sickness? That's not good. Last time you hurled everywhere. Don't do it on me. Maybe Ren. He's wearing green, so no one would know. But then I wouldn't be able to hug him. That's even worse. Nora started to go on one of her usual tirades, which led to Ren sighing and John chuckling at their usual antics. I'll be fine, Nora. I was about to use the aura technique Ren and I know to help out with the symptoms. That was until you distracted me, he gave her a smirk. Oh, that makes sense. We'll leave you to it. Come on, Ren, let's explore the ship. She quickly grabbed Ren by the arm and started to lead him away. Ren quickly gave him a look that said, "You owe me one." Over the years, the three of them learned to communicate by giving secret looks to each other, usually having a private conversation from others or even the third member of their group. John replied to the same look that said, "I know, I know." He smiled at the two before taking a deep breath and closing his eyes again. Blah blah blah. Aura technique.
Thing. That'll make it easy for the author to insert Deus Ex.
What?
I said, great, they've got their own little special language. This will allow the author to insert Deus Exes.
Ah, indeed.
I really need to tell Ren to turn around so he doesn't get shot by whatever's about to shoot him. Good thing we have a look for that.
We have a slow, subtle grunt, body movement, and eye contact.
Can't
You know
wait
what?
to see how complicated this
I
gets
was
when
gonna
they're
say,
actually just
what's wrong
flailing.
with this? Yeah, I was gonna say, what's wrong with this simple man? What's wrong with this simple man speak of?
He opened his eyes and looked around until his eyes landed on a short girl across from him with red-tipped black hair, clad in black and red. She was standing next to a blonde-hair girl. Oh man, these hair girls sure are popular.
I know.
With shorts and a tan jacket. That mental image is never going away now.
Nope.
When she realized he was looking at her, her eyes widened and she quickly looked down
Sneaky,
at the
I realized I
ground.
was wrong. We shouldn't be picturing them as Tanglia. We should be picturing them as Cousin It from the Addams Family.
I know, that's what I have been doing.
And now I have the mental image of Cousin It dressed as... Okay, excuse me.
Yep.
I need to...
Unzips. Hey,
Okay,
I had to.
I'm back. I'm back.
Not my proudest.
I think I'm good. Keep going.
Must be no. Oh wait. Who is? Wait. Yang's nervous?
Wait, okay, hold on. No. She's standing next to the blonde. When she realized he was looking at her, her eyes widened. She quickly looked down at the ground. No, this is the author not understanding how to write.
Yeah.
Because the
No, like I
author
know
means-
I know he's trying to talk about Ruby, but like he was talking about Yang, and then went into how the person he was looking at was shy, and it's like, well, you were just talking about Yang.
I was gonna say that's the problem. Because guess what? That's the way the English language works, kids. If you do not specify something, when you start describing it, it's assumed that the last person you talked about is performing / doing / feeling these emotions.
That would be like, you know, I walked into the room and saw a chair and table. I sat down. Technically speaking, you're sitting down on the table, as it is assumed. That was the last thing mentioned.
However, that's slightly different because since you mentioned a chair, logic infers.
Well, yes,
that you're
but logic
speaking about
also
a
infers that he's
chair.
talking about Ruby because I know Ruby.
No. I'm just saying that in this case, it's different because that's not mentioning two objects for clearly that your example mentions two objects for clearly distinct purposes. People know what a table's for, and people knows what a chair is for. But if you're talking about two different people, and then you start describing something, it will be assumed that the last person you mentioned is doing, feeling, whatevering these things.
Yeah.
Which is why the author should have written the sentence with the red-haired girl, or the short girl, or even the I don't know, the girl in black and red nervously looked at the ground. Any of those things would start the sentence and clear up the problem.
Yeah.
Her eyes widened, she quickly looked at the ground. She kept taking glances at him. Must be nervous, he thought. He gave her
a reassuring smile.
No, hold on. This is just a problem. He must be nervous. Period. Inside the quotation marks.
Yeah.
Capital I. He thought.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Just.
That's
sorry,
correct.
I needed to point out that.
That is correct.
No. Oh gosh, damn it! You're right.
Yeah. While it is a sentence fragment, it is correct.
Thank you, English.
He gave her a reassuring smile and gave her a small wave. You don't need to say gave her again. Gave her a reassuring smile and a small wave. You don't need to say he's doing the same action again. Her eyes widened again, but this time she was madly in love with him.
Wait, what?
Stop adding.
I was gonna say,
Dude, it's a fucking harem story. Of course that's how this is going.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but don't go adding things in. We've talked about this.
But this time she returned the smile and waved back. The blonde hair girl took notice of this. She looked over at him and gave him a critical stare. Not sure how to respond, John was about to smile when he felt a sudden wave of nausea. Comma is needed there.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of messing up the sentence quite significantly. He grimaced and
no
quickly
comma.
closed his eyes to resume his treatment before he had an embarrassing moment. Almost done, he was distracted by a clearly angry woman's voice coming from in front of him. Hey, what's your problem? John quickly put his hand up to stop her, keeping his eyes closed and finishing up. 10 seconds later, his nausea lessened again to a very manageable level. He exhaled and opened his eyes to see both girls that were standing across from him, standing directly in front of him. God, that is an awkward fucking sentence.
Yeah.
The blonde was clearly angry while the brunette... I wouldn't exactly call her a brunette, would you?
No.
Was looking between the two of them nervously. Like, she has blackish, reddish hair, not
Yeah, I was gonna say.
brown.
I was just about to say. I went back to the author's description. The author says it's red-tipped black hair.
Yeah, brunette... That doesn't...
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, brunette is for brown hair. Like, even in the current version where her hair's a little more brown and has lost some of the red highlights, like,
Yeah.
it's clearly black. So you're wrong. Brunette is wrong. Fuck you, author. The end.
Well, I mean, if it's red-tipped hair, then it's clearly very dark red hair.
Yeah.
But, that's neither here nor there.
Well, I mean,
it's
no,
not brunette.
I was gonna say, yeah, the shade of red, it could just be highlights.
That is true. That is
I
true.
was gonna say, but then again, to be fair, we also have people like Neptune with, like, I don't know, sky blue, I guess.
Well, I mean, having very dark red hair to the point where it looks red tipped but black normally. That isn't somehow, like, unnatural.
No, I'm not. I'm
That
just
can
saying,
happen.
Like, it's not common, but yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly not common, no, but it's more natural than, I don't know, fucking blue, pink, or red hair, or, yellow hair. No, yeah. Yellow hair is unnatural! Purple, blue, pink, etc.
Purple, pink, green, blue, etc.
I mean, you can get green hair pretty easily. Just wet it a bunch and don't clean it.
Ew. Moving on. Hey, what's your problem? Sorry about that. Can I help you to something? John asked genuinely and was curious what had happened.
The blonde quickly pointed her finger.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know. Again, awkward sentencing. Technically correct, awkward sentence.
Yeah, I was just going to say, awkward sentencing. What you should have just done was John asked genuinely curious. Like, that's the thing. Genuinely curious isn't some archaic or little used turn of phrase. Like, genuinely curious is a pretty common sentence.
Yeah. You better start explaining. First you wave to my sister, and when I look over at you, you give us a disgusted look. What the hell is that about? Well, John looked at her in confusion before he realized what had happened. He bowed his head slightly before saying, I'm sorry for that. I wasn't exactly feeling well, and I closed my eyes to help deal with the issue. I didn't mean to give off the impression, and I'm sorry that I insulted you. I mean, that's a really formal way for John to speak, but sure, whatever.
I was going to say, like, starting with I'm sorry for that.
Just like,
that's
sorry, I have motion sickness, and it,
Yeah, sorry, I had motion sickness, and it flared up.
Yeah,
it
acted up, it flared
Anything
up.
Like that would be more natural for John.
Then this fucking, paragraph-long formal apology, yeah.
I was going to say, for crying out loud, John literally wears blue jeans, a t-shirt, and a hoodie over which goes a literal medieval breastplate. Like,
Not even that. It's like
he's
a quarter plate.
yeah, quarter plate. But the point is, he is like the epitome of a chill stoner bro.
Yeah.
The,
The
John has two
blonde was
states:
taken
chill and
aback.
flustered.
Sorry. The blonde was taken back. Not aback, but back. Was taken back.
Yep. T- Master Hand just moved her back a couple of feet.
She expected him to give some half-baked. Why? Because he's a stoner?
But yeah, but why are you expecting a half-baked excuse? Like,
But instead, he gave her a genuine apology. She quickly regained composure
composure.
before continuing, slightly embarrassed. Oh, it's alright. Sorry that I jumped to the conclusion.
I mean, it's
I
not
mean,
out of
maybe
character
this
for
is
Yang
just the
to
way
jump.
that fanfiction portrays Yang, but Max, would Yang be apologizing over jumping to a conclusion instead of making a joke about it?
She'd
Uh,
probably, honestly, with her personality, she'd probably aim for a mix of both.
Yeah.
yeah, like that. I was about to say she'd probably make like a jokey apology, like, "Oh, yeah, sorry." Anyway, like something along the lines of, "I mean, hey, I don't blame you. You know, if I looked at my face or something, some stupid half-ass joke like that."
Yeah.
Like certainly the we're not taking umbrage with Yang jumping to a conclusion or her apologizing for being proven wrong. Those are both perfectly in character.
Yeah.
We're just taking umbrage with the way the author does it.
John raised his head and smiled. I guess we're even then. He held out his hand to her. My name's John. John Ark. The blonde took his hand and grinned. Yang Zhao Long. Nice to meet you. Meet you.
I was just saying, he's saying, if you'd said nice to meet you, that would have been actually perfectly in character.
Yep. Vernacular is a thing for
She let
dialogue.
go of his hand and patted the head of the girl standing beside her. This is my little sister, Ruby Rose. Ruby started to swaddle away at her sister's hands in embarrassment before she saw Jean's hand in front of her and looked up at him smiling at her. Is he standing?
Like, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I'm just going back over this. Opened his eyes. Blah,
Like,
blah,
at no point,
blah.
I realize at no point does he say he's sitting, but they are, from what I remember, they do sit, right?
For the most part, yes.
No.
No, yeah, you're right. No, I
What
am.
about?
No, I'm remembering the first episode. They are in fact standing.
Yeah, they were all walking around.
Like, yes, there were seats and there were a handful of shadows that did sit there,
A
but there are
handful of
more people.
shadows.
There were more people walking around than there were sitting.
All right,
Yeah, no,
Anyway,
unless stated, I always assumed that when you're using leaning as the verb for a person, they're standing against something.
fair enough. Ruby hesitantly took his hand before smiling back and happily responding. Nice to meet you too. They let go of each other's hands before Ruby asked, Are you here by yourself? She looked around for anyone that was with him. John just shook his head. No, I'm actually here with my two best friends. They're around here somewhere. They left me alone to deal with my issue. Both girls looked at him quizzically before Yang asked, Issue? What issue? John scratched the back of his head before sheepishly saying, I may suffer from motion sickness.
okay, hold on. Why would they be asking that? Like, he just told them that he's not feeling well. Like,
Yeah, yeah. He saw the two take a step back before he sighed and continued. I used my aura to sort it out before you two came over here. Don't worry, your shoes are safe. Oh man, breaking that mold. He smirked at them, and the two smiled weakly before the three had a quick laugh. When they all stopped, John had his own question to ask. Not to sound rude, but aren't you a bit young to attend Beacon Academy? Beacon, Ruby? Aren't you a bit young to be a Jedi?
Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
Anyway.
Blah blah blah.
She looked at him nervously.
Before...
Oh, sorry.
No, okay.
No.
Okay.
She looked at him
nervously. God damn it. I'm gonna read.
All right.
Looked at him nervously before saying, "Actually, I was moved ahead 2 years. It's exciting, but I'm gonna miss my friends back at Signal, though." Yang put her arm around her sister to comfort her. "Don't worry, Ruby. You can always make more. It was hard enough the first time." John looked at her sadly before smiling. Why would he look at her sadly?
Oh, that's a good
Like,
point.
where is this sadness coming from?
This sadness.
Maybe it was supposed to be pity, which
Mm.
honestly you should have just said looked at her with pity.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that's
I was gonna
what's
say,
confusing.
if the author wants it to imply pity, then we have the word pity. Don't say sadly, because then he's looking at her despondently, like. If it's pity, it's like, oh yeah, I get that, I understand that problem. Anyway, well, you have me as your friend. That is, if you want it. That is, if you want to. That is. John was scratching the back of his head nervously before he...
This is where commas are used, motherfuckers!
Yeah. That's another t-shirt we need. Before he felt Ruby grab his other hand with both of hers. He looked down to see her jumping up and down happily. "I would love that. Thank you, John." He chuckled in response before Ruby and Yang started to have a conversation. He wasn't paying much attention because he was just... just looking at Ruby's silver eyes. That's a little creepy. You're just staring into the eyes of an underage girl, you freak. He never met someone with silver eyes and found them magnificent. They held so much hope and happiness in them. He felt like he could look into them forever. He was snapped out of his stupor when Ruby got his attention. "John," she was not making eye contact and seemed nervous. "Sorry, Ruby, I was deep in thought, thinking about how you're a minor and how I'll be put in jail if I keep up this line of thought." What did you say?
Oh boy, swiggity swooty, get the jail bait ready.
I think John is also a minor, though.
He's 17?
Yeah, he's 17. I don't know what age of consent in Chicago is, but in the Metro Atlanta area, it's 18.
Right, but it's also 18 up here. However, I believe...
Well,
I know for sure 17-year-olds can.
I'm pretty sure Ruby is fine as well, because most rural areas tend to have the age of consent be 16.
That was one of the weirder things I learned. Like in Alabama, age of consent is 18, but the age of marriage is 16.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Anyway, you've been staring at me for a while now. I was just wondering why. Realization dawned on him again. "I'm sorry, Ruby. I've never seen someone with silver eyes before. I was distracted by how beautiful they are." His eyes widened at what he said. So did Yang and Ruby before Ruby turned the same shade of red as her cloak before pulling it over her head. "Oh man, that came out wrong. I didn't mean to say that. I mean, I did, but not that way." Blah, blah, blah. Awkwardness, comedy. His face turned red and he looked away. There were a few seconds of awkward silence before he heard a snicker. He looked back in time just to see Yang doubled over before she started laughing like crazy. Again! God damn it, people. Stop bringing Monty's name into this. "Oh my ohm, you two are by far the most awkward people I've ever seen." John and Ruby looked at each other before they joined Yang in laughing. John met these two girls, but he felt that they would get along just fine.
I mean, nothing egregious in this chapter. So, I mean, do you want to queue it up for next Tuesday?
Sure.
Just really, really awkward,
Yeah. Anyway, it is 8:03, and I need to ski-diddly-addle, queue this up for Tuesday, or next time, and I'll be back next week.
Alright.
Try not to insult everyone as you close out the stream, or
Really
start a
awkward
genocide.
sentences. And you are missing quite a bit of proper punctuation. Otherwise, nothing too egregious. Really?
Yeah.
I spelled nothing incorrectly, but I spelled egregious correctly.
I don't believe you. Shame, Calvin never showed up.
I mean, it's on stream, so yeah, no one.
I know, but your stream has a bad habit of just not loading for me past a certain point.
I
I
see.
have to refresh it.
So yeah, we're gonna be ending this one a bit early. Thanks to everyone that joined us and didn't say anything. And thanks to everyone that's watching this at a later date. Who knows? I mean, someone might do that. I don't know why you would, but someone might do that. And that closes today's Fanfiction Tuesday Electric Boogaloo, hosted by SneakyDevil, joined by Max Force and Atin.
Adios,
Have a good
Internet.
day and keep away from the bad fix. Ba-da-ba.